Greetings and hallucinations, ladies and lads. I am Chancellor of the Harmonious Frequencies of the Mighty Empire of Onion, and this is Unturned. If you remember at the end of the last episode, it was full moon, and I ran out of the town because I was a scared little boy. Not really. It was the end of the episode, pretty much. But now that I've logged in, it is still nighttime. It is not full moon. So if you're ever in Unturned and feel like being a little bit cheaty and you're scared of a full moon, just log out, log back in, see what happens. Might not be full moon anymore. But anyways, here we are. We still have all the same stuff that we had before we left last time. What we don't have is a blowtorch, a handsaw, and a gas can. All of these things are very important. All of these things are things that we need to make our life a lot better. So, what I'm going to be doing today is running around looking for those items. This might be a similar episode to last time. I'm just going to be cutting it in and out. And I'll bring you in if I die, and I'll bring you in when I find important items to show you guys, or if I think of something clever to say, or if I find a better car. I think I might steal this one. This might be our first semi-permanent vehicle. I mean, fire trucks are flashy and interesting, but yeah, fortunately and unfortunately, because flashy is not good in the zombie apocalypse. Oh, so first things first, I run into a flanker. That was close. I am gonna have to look for food. I've got nothing really satisfactory here. And cloth. So it's gonna be a busy episode. I might die a few times. So be prepared to see all that happen. Alright, here we go. 82% blowtorch and a 36% blowtorch. So we were able to locate one of the number one items that I wanted. I have a really hard time finding things in my inventory for some reason. I was trying to look for apple juice just a minute ago that was sitting right here, and it took me forever to be able to find it. But yeah, there we go. Good quality blowtorch. I think it only, well, if it gets used up, it can be repaired. Yeah, with a little bit of metal. So no problem there. And I think even when it's at 0%, you can still use it in crafting recipes to repair other things. So it's kind of weird, but at the same time, very enjoyable. So I'm still on a mad hunt for food. I saw a grocery store in the distance. I'm going to head that direction and try to get that sorted. Okay, so I've raided the grocery store here and didn't find very much. I ate a carrot. You can see I'm at 9% now. I ate a 40% carrot that I had sitting right there. So I found this 85% canned pasta. I'd like to see what kind of health restoration that gives us, or food. Wow, that was a lot actually. Yeah, that was considerably more than I thought it was going to be. I was worried I was going to have to eat this cheese as well. But yeah, my health and my immunity are starting to go down a little bit, so I'm going to take these vitamins. There we go. I bumped it up just a hair. It's enough to make me a little bit more comfortable with where we're at. I'm gonna go ahead and convert some of these into seeds and yeah, make some better health equipment. Yeah, so that was our first successful takeout of a flamer. I feel like that was pretty decently handled. I didn't know what the range would be to alert surrounding zombies if I used a gun, and so that was also the first time I've used a gun in town. Pretty fun, pretty exciting. So this is something new. I've never seen that electrical symbol at the top of a vehicle status bar. I've always only ever seen fuel and health. So this fire truck apparently has some kind of electrical supply. I don't know if that's like it has a generator on it. Maybe if we park close to something it would generate power or something like that. I don't know. That's something I'm unfamiliar with. Okay, well I've scoured St. Petersburg pretty well. We got the blowtorch, picked up a couple more bullets for the ace, so I think we're up to 4 now. I do need to repair my axe. There we go. Been killing crazy numbers of zombies, so that's why it was degraded. Excuse me. This truck also has the electronic symbol, and I still don't know what that means. But we are going to take this truck and head over to Moscow, so we can check that out, see if we can find any more of the stuff that we're looking for. We might stop at Novosibirsk on our way, since it is on the way, and check it out as well. Alright, so we've grabbed a gas mask. That's clearly what our filter is for. The gas mask will help us in what's known as a dead zone. It's an area where your immunity drops like crazy, and once that reaches 0, your health will drop like crazy. I also picked up some purification tablets there in St. Petersburg, and I'm about to head over to the pharmacy here in this little town. I'm not quite sure if it's worth it. I'm running really low on food. I checked a diner and I found about 5 or 6 zombies, but no food. And so, yeah, I might be eating rubbish stuff like this 19% nonsense. I might have to chug down this maple syrup or something to try and get a little bit of hunger satisfied before we leave. Yeah, not worth it right now. So we're going to try and get to Moscow before our hunger reaches 0, and see how that goes. we made it back to Moscow. I have these plants available to harvest, but I would like to try to increase my agriculture skill. As you can see, we have tons of points right now. Looks like we'll be able to max it out. Perfect. So now there's a possibility that when I harvest these, I'm going to get multiples, which is really good. I am going to save some of my seeds because I'm going to have to start planting gardens in as many possible places as I can, so that I don't have such a terrible food crisis at any point in time. So I'm going to get to harvesting and replanting. Achievement get. Oh, bounty. Okay, so we have a nice little garden here, all the fruits and veggies that we can grow. We got some wheat, tomatoes, these are potatoes, carrots, lettuce, and corns. So we've got all that going for us, which is awesome. Now I did one investment into a cooking skill. I picked up all my fruits and veggies and stuff, and so I kind of wanted to take a look. You guys might be interested in this, I don't know. What kind of things can we cook with level 1 cooking skill? I don't think it's going to be under repair. I did have to drink my maple syrup. It turns out maple syrup doesn't satisfy hunger in any way. It only helps out with thirst. So that didn't help me at all. I ended up having to eat the 2 breads and the cheese I was trying to save for a grilled cheese sandwich. We have this canned beef. I think there's a way to make canned beef sandwiches as well, but we'll just have to figure that out. Furniture, I don't think it'll be under. Maybe utilities? Is this where we craft seeds? No. Some of these things are in questionable positions. This is barricade, so I really don't think it would be under here. Large slippery plate. That's strange, I hadn't seen that before. What is this called? Gear? Gear. So either I can't cook anything. Oh, here we go. Okay, we've got dough, maple syrup, makes a donut. We can make cake. We can make bread. That's the main thing I was looking for to see if I could do. Cooking level 2 to make pancakes. Cooking level 2 for donuts. The beef sandwich is cooking level 2. So if I made 2 breads, raise my cooking level up by 1. Let's see. I know it costs a lot, but let's see how much it is. 50. Oh, I have just enough. Check that out. Okay, so let's make ourselves a beef sandwich then. We could make a BLT sandwich if I killed some of the pigs behind me. We don't have any canned bacon, so we can't do this version of the BLT. Let me see. I don't think I have space in my inventory to kill the pigs, and they must have run off anyways. They heard me talking. So, yeah. Let's just go for the canned beef sandwich. So I only have 2 wheat on me right now, so I can only make 2 breads. I have 2 canned beefs though, so I'll be keeping my eye out for more breads. And I swear it was in here. It must be up a bit further. There we go. Alright, so we got ourselves a canned beef sandwich now. It's in our hand. Here it is in the inventory. Okay, I'm gonna put this up here for food, and that did free up a little bit of inventory space. It makes me sad that we haven't found the handsaw yet, because I can't craft planks to make any kind of reasonable storage. If you remember last time, I dropped a bunch of stuff on the roof. It was stuff that I didn't need and wasn't going to use anyways, so it's no big loss, but when I got back here, ta-da, it's gone. So I definitely need to find that dinged handsaw so that we can make a storage chest. Because if I leave stuff up here, I don't know if it deteriorates over time, but I know for a fact if I log out and log back in, it's going to be totally gone. And so that's something to be aware of. Yeah. I wish that the vehicles, especially like sedans and stuff like that with trunks, would have some kind of built-in storage space. I understand that the trucks don't, and I know that once I craft a storage thing, I can put it in the back here. Same with any other vehicle. But as it is, yeah, I can't store any of these fruits or vegetables that I have on me right now. So I'm just going to eat as many as I need to fill up, and then I'm going to go looking for that handsaw again. So if you can believe it, it's a full moon, and crawled into this pharmacy under quite a bit of danger. This is exactly how I found it. Absolutely nothing in here. There's no way I'm gonna risk going to the hospital on a full moon, because there's almost always doctors inside the place. And that's just too tight quarters to be dealing with that much damage. Whew. So this is something I have never seen before. Vehicle battery. I assume that has something to do with the trucks and stuff. And I believe I was mistaken in thinking that they could generate power. What it likely is that if you leave the lights going while the engine is off, I'll bet it runs down the battery. And if that happens, then you have to get a new battery for it, which is very true to life in the way that it actually is. So I think that's fantastic implementation to the game. I really applaud the creator for all the attention to detail that he's made. As far as I know, it's still just the one guy, some Canadian young guy that has been programming pretty much all of this on his own. So hats off to him. Alright, so I searched all of Moscow, and unfortunately I wasn't able to locate a handsaw, but I remembered that we have an alternative to storage, besides wooden planks. So what I'm going to do right quick is drop some of this stuff. Yes, this stuff is important. I need it. I don't want it to disappear. But I need room. You might notice already I picked up a pretty important item that I knew I was going to be looking for eventually, and that's this here, portable generator. That does absolutely generate power. We weren't able to find a gas can either, so unfortunately our green truck over there is just going to be sitting there. But here we go. Since we have the blowtorch, we're able to craft some other things. Here is a metal sheet. I think I need 3 of those, and I believe I need 3 metal bars. So they only come in 2, so I have to build 4. And then I think it's under, it might be under barricades, but we're in furniture right now, and I am looking for the locker. Requires crafting 3, so clearly I upgraded my crafting skill to the highest level. But there we go. Not only is this made of metal, so it's stronger durability, but also it stores, I think it stores more items than the wooden storage. So we've got this available to us now. I'm kind of debating whether or not I want to put it on the truck. I might eventually find a purple truck, in which case I would change vehicles immediately. So I think, for now, since this is more or less one of our main bases of operations, I'm going to cram it in the corner over here. Ta-da! We have storage. So pick all this stuff up again, and we can put some things away. Of course, I put the gas mask on because he's a silly creature. That's gonna ruin the durability of the filters, but no worries now. We have storage for it. I'll keep the car jack in here for now also because there we go. It's kind of weird to figure out where it's supposed to click on sometimes. I'm gonna keep the car jack there because we're not gonna be driving for a while till I can find a decent gas can. But yeah, so we've got some storage set up finally. We got to do a little bit of cooking this time. Tangled with tons of zomberts, and I'm sure we have, yeah, we've got a lot of skill points now left over. I found out to repair the Vanya I need an engineering skill of at least 1, and so I'm going to be looking into fixing up my engineering also so that I can fix my weapons. I'm pretty sure my agriculture skill will not decrease since I picked the farming class, so that's definitely something I'm happy about. I might increase my cooking skill also so it's maxed out and we can cook everything, cook all the things, make all the goodies. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. It was just more of the same running around, but there was a little bit of extra crafting, so I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please subscribe if you would. That way you can get all of my new videos as soon as they come out. And for as little as $1 a month, you could help support me. I have plenty of other videos that you might be interested in, so check those out if you like. Thank you for any time that you spend on my channel, and I hope blessings of wisdom and peace on all of you. Farewell.